Hello and welcome to the UTES podcast, the podcast where you don't have to be an UTES student, but it sure does about. Your host, Sam, welcome. It's a very pleasure to see you again. And today with me, today I have a couple of great guests, I mean, they are a couple of great dudes. I got the pleasure to introduce you, my teammate and friend Carlitos. Welcome, Carlitos. And my other teammate and friend Miguel Pereira. Welcome, Miguel. How's everything?
Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode.
Why don't you start talking to the audience, Pereira, and talking to us about something, or what are you have learning all these years about the Internet of Things?
Where we will dive into the fascinating world of new technologies with a special focus on IoT or the Internet of Things. This field is transforming industries and homes alike, connecting devices and making our lives smarter, safer, and more efficient.
Oh, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. Could you please tell us something more about the IoTs? You could tell for those who are listening us. Could you please explain something about the fields in which are involved the OITs?
IoT is all about creating a network of interconnected devices that communicate and share data in real time. It's been applied in areas such as healthcare, agriculture, transportation, and smart homes. One of the most exciting aspects of the IoT is the potential to solve real-world problems.
Why don't you share with us something more about what are you working on these days?
For instance, I am currently working on IoT project aimed to detecting gas leaks. The idea is to use sensors that can monitor gas levels and send alerts to users if any dangerous levels are detected. It's an essential application, especially in homes or industries where gas leaks can represent significant risk. However, I have to admit that the project hasn't progressed as much as I would have.
Would you like to tell me more about that? What was the issue? What do you think you need to do different?
If I had had more time and money, I could have completed the project by now. Unfortunately, the lack of funding, limited time, and gaps in my knowledge have slowed things down significantly. I wish I had learned more about advanced IoT protocols before starting this project. It would have saved me so much trial and error. I also wish I had managed my schedule better to dedicate more hours to the development and testing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds a pretty logical explanation. Um, and looking back, what did you think it's the biggest learn that you could say then you bring with you to home at the end of the day, have been working with these OITs?
Looking back, I realized that IoT projects are not just about having a great idea, but also about preparation and resources. If only I had secured better funding or collaborated with others, this project might have already been making a difference. But that's the beautiful of technology and learning. It's a journey.
Also with us is I got the pleasure to get with us my friend Carlitos. Carlitos, why don't you? I know. I tell you why I bring you to the show, but why don't you tell to the people who is listening us a little more about what I bring you here to the program?
I am talking about my disabled passenger.
Yeah, sure. To share with us a little bit about your experience in your on your passenger when you were at TCU, taking on mind, and we are all so close to finish this period of our lives, which in my case it had been so long. So why don't you tell us what would you like to share with the people?
On my TCU percentage, I designed project and Unilever line in Cibac.
And which do you say was your role on all the process of project, on the develop of all the line?
Well, my role was checking in the process involved the process box building in the line.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. I remember then once did you tell me a fun story about what something that happens to you when you were working at Unilever, isn't it? Why don't you share that story with the audience?
When I was checking the program device, suddenly spark in the device the program logic. In this moment, I feel scared because when suddenly spark in the device.
That's Carlitos. What I could tell you? What would you do different if you were there? I mean, taking in mind that you have been grown since then, and now you're a different person who is so close to becoming an engineer. What would you do different if you were there?
If I had put on the device, I would have burning of device.
And what do you think would be different?
I thought it had burned the logical board.
That's it for today. That's how we are going to finish today's episode. It was a very great pleasure to have you guys here at the program, and I hope and I hope to see you again in the recently days. I mean, we're just so close to become a graduate engineers from the UTES, and that's something that it's special. I mean, that's it. That's all for all. And would you like to say goodbye, guys?
Well, do you think this TAREA?
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to share with your friends and stay tuned for more discussion.
Thanks to watch. See you later. Bye.
Well, in the end, what is your experience that you have used Miguel?